Hi everyone, welcome to another My Life in Objects. So for this video I've got a newer object, something that I picked up while I was visiting the UK towards the end of 2024, and as part of a day going around various parts of London that I'd spoken about in a previous video, I think, I took a visit to Treadwell's book shop. Very interesting place. I actually realised that I hadn't had a chance to visit the place in all the time it's been there. I never really got round to going in there, and I'm glad I did. So on this particular visit, when I was looking around the bookshop, I noticed that they had an Osman Spare display, and this is what this video is ultimately going to be about. I'm going to open up this tarot deck, AOS Tarot Deck. I'll read the back of it in a moment because it's really interesting, the backstory behind this, because it wasn't a deck that I was ever really aware of. But I wanted to do a bit of a preamble, how I became interested in the first place in Osman Spare. So sometime around 2007 I picked this book up, and the reason why I picked this book up is I had a friend of mine at the time who I used to sort of meet up with mainly at the weekends, and they were very interested in English esotericism. And so, as I do with a lot of things, just to make it a bit more engaging for myself, I actually bought a book on one of the names that came up. Now, Osman Spare, if you don't know much about him, I'll include a link in the description to the Wikipedia article and a few other things. But there's a lot of other people from the UK particularly that have been influenced by his work, his writing, and also his art. So yeah, I already had this book sitting on my my bookshelf, and so when I saw the big display in there, I thought, well, I've got to buy something. I ended up buying two things. What was that? So I bought the deck, which we'll unbox in a moment, and then this, which I thought was rather amusing. So the Book of Pleasure in plain English. So this book here has the Book of Pleasure in it, amongst other things. There's four of the writings in here, four of his writings. But I thought this was pretty amusing. So it says on the back here, it has been said that whilst the writings of Osman Spare have been translated into a number of foreign languages, they have yet to be translated into English. The book you hold in your hands represents an attempt to do exactly that. Whilst this version has ended up considerably longer than the original, this is because the original is in a very terse style in which a lot is implied rather than stated openly. Here the text is made clearer by teasing out this implied meaning. So I thought that was pretty amusing, because the book's known for being, it says here terse, but it's difficult to read. So yeah, I thought I'd pick this up because it piqued my interest, and I'm gonna, once I've done this unboxing, I wanted to sort of save it in recently bought condition until I got a chance to do this video. And I'm looking forward to reading through this and seeing what additional insight it gives me, and then go back to reading the original and compare and contrast. Then I can get a feel for just how helpful this book is, because I knew nothing about it till I saw the display. But on to the main event. So yeah, we get an opportunity to open up a tarot deck, which I haven't done for a while. I'm just going to read off the back here, because this is pretty interesting as well, the origin story of this deck. So it says, in the first decade of the 20th century, the English artist Osman Spare, 1886 to 1956, hand-painted a remarkable deck of fortune-telling cards produced in around 1906. This glowing relic of the British occult revival is thought to have been the young artist's personal training deck, and it conveys the excitement and experimentation of a period that laid the early foundation for today's golden era of artist-drawn tarot. Spare's deck has been lost to the world until its chance discovery in 2013 within the collection of the Magic Circle Museum in London. I should check that place out actually. And that's more to do with, you know, like magic tricks, that sort of magic. But they have a lot of really interesting stuff there from what I understand, just across the board. So the Magic Circle Museum in London, had it not remained hidden from public view for so long, Spare's creation could have significantly influenced tarot's wider cultural development. The deck's design is highly unusual for combining cartomancy and taromancy, and for the complex system of interconnecting visual motifs that link many of the cards across their borders. Published here for the first time by Strange Attractor Press in collaboration with the Magic Circle, the AOS Tarot will appeal equally to artists, card readers, scholars and occultists. So 2023. Anyway, so let's carefully open this up. Looking forward to what's inside here. Like I said, I don't know much about this. This is the first time I've really heard of it. I mean, I was aware of various artists creating their own artistic interpretation of the tarot, but I didn't know about the Osman Spare deck. We have a little book here. That's very nice. A little bit of parchment type there. A bit of backstory again. Portable studio in miniature, it said there, I think. Yeah, so I'll read through that later. Oh, what have we got here? Oh yeah, so looks like it's got its own card spread. For this, okay. That's pretty nice. So, oh, okay. Wow. Seems a shame to... This is unusual. I never had a deck where it's like this. Oh, okay, it's not... That's good. There's hardly any glue there. I wonder if I can preserve this without tearing it. I don't think... Oh, there we go. Oh, that's... Wow, there's a... I don't know if there's a lot... That's deliberate, but they've taken a lot of care to not overly glue this down. Let's see if we can carefully... Yeah, this is going to be harder here. It would be nice to try and preserve that. Okay. There's some nice touches with this. Yeah, I've not watched any other videos about this, so this is a really nice surprise here. Okay, so let me get this around the right way. Okay, so I don't know what it's better like this might be. We'll see in a moment. I just wanted to... So that's the top card there. It's pretty interesting. Okay. Looks like the four. There's a back card as well, just a plain one. So that's a nice sort of protection feature there. Okay. Let us just position this. Put those out there. Wow. That's pretty interesting. The Foolish Minute. Okay. Alright. So the back of the cards, fairly straightforward, sort of plain backing here. Okay, so the juggler. Was that inquirer? The empress. The emperor. The pope. Now, that one that said inquirer, just to check that. Oh, yeah, sorry, that was the high priestess. I thought that was interesting how this is laid out slightly differently. That's the Pope, Hierophant, yep, okay. The Lovers, the Chariot, Justice, the Hermit, Luck card, Strength, Man, Death, Temperance, the Devil, the Lightning Struck Tower. Interesting as well. I don't know if you how well you can see that, because of course it's all non-stand. This is all handwritten, which is pretty cool. But it looks like it's got the interpretations there as well. The star, the moon. There's a nice little touch with the backs of these cards. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm assuming in their original forms the cards maybe were like hand painted. It's almost like a watercolour effect on the back there that's different on different cards. You know, as opposed to the usual patterns that people might be used to. The Sun, Last Judgment, the Universe. Okay. Oh, wow. Ace. What's this? New Lovers. Wow, this is quite unusual. Kiss. 3 of Hearts. Okay, yeah, here we go. So 4 of Hearts. 5 of Hearts. Wow. Now look at all this. That's pretty interesting. Wow. Oh, and the backs are different as well. Yeah, look. Interesting. Wow. This is just a completely different approach. Okay. 7 Hearts, 9 of Hearts. Again, like with these different interpretations and yeah. Oh, I see. So it's combinations of cards as well. Knave, Knight of Hearts, Queen of Hearts, King of Hearts. It'd be interesting to see. I was curious because it's almost like keeping in with the way these are, what's the word I'm looking for, but denoted or whatever on regular playing cards. So we've got like the suits from regular playing cards, which do sort of map onto things like, you know, swords and staves and those sort of things in tarot. So, and the other interesting thing is I don't know, it's the next video, a video after that, I'm actually going to be going through some playing cards, so that's quite fortuitous. I had no idea it was going to represent the different suits like that. So we're on to the diamonds now. Wow, these are pretty nice. I think if I was ever using these a lot, look at the back on that. Wow. They I'd have to definitely get some card sleeves for these because these are just so nice. They're pretty shiny. That's sort of the thickness of them. I don't know how easy that is to determine. So there's a little bit of flex there. I've got lighter ones in this section. I was quite surprised. One of the ones I opened a while back, how light the cards were. This is somewhere between that. There is a nice bit of, you know, weight to that. It's not super heavy, but yeah, good enough, I reckon. Okay. Wow. Let's just go through these. Enough to get an idea. Again, I really like this touch on the back. This is quite different. Okay. Ace of clubs. So yeah, definitely like you would find in playing cards. And all this is pretty cool here. And this must be what? Oh, okay, yeah. So it's up the other way. Huh. Wow. Let me know in the comments anybody that's aware of cards that are similar to this in execution. This is pretty unique. So yeah, a lot more writing on here on some of these than illustrations. There's all these nice little things off to the side as well. And then some are pretty, you know, devoid of that. Yeah. The knave, the knight, the queen, the king. Large building business. Wow. So Ace of Spades. 2, 3. Baggage. Again, it'd be interesting to see how this sort of maps to you know, other tarot systems. But the bit that's intriguing me, as you probably guessed, is this yeah, combination interpretation. Wow, I'm so glad I picked this up. And it has a wonderful, one thing you can't get, it's got a wonderful sort of smell to it. Oh, wow. From, you know, certainly from the artwork I've seen by Spare already, yeah, this is very typical of, I was expecting some of it to be a bit yeah, to have a certain other style as well, but you know, I'd say it's pretty good. So yeah, so pleased I picked this up, and so pleased I waited until today. So there we have it. There's the AOS Tarot Deck. Yeah, very nice packaging. Nice touch there. I've got to try and get this back in, I think, to the okay, there we go. Thanks once again for watching. Bye for now, and I will catch you in a future video.